Miss Remy. I want to welcome you back to my channel. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified with new video. So today we're gonna do a delicious Filipino, easy, simple empanada, and that's a pastry that we have in the Philippines that you put meat in it. You can use any kind of meat you like. But today I'm going to use a pound of sirloin ground beef. I'm going to use the crescent croissant, Pillsbury, and you just roll it up into a triangle, which they already have. And then I'm going to need 2 cups of peas and carrots frozen. I'm going to need a cup of cubed small potato. I'm going to need 2 raisin. Box is 1 ounce each. If you don't like raisin, don't use it. This is half a teaspoon of ground ginger, ground onion, and ground garlic. And half a teaspoon of pepper. And half a teaspoon of minced garlic. And a small onion chopped up, and a tablespoon of soy sauce, and 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Oyster sauce is a seasoning from Asian. You can go to any Asian aisle market, and they have this in any grocery store. Now, so let's get started. What I'm gonna do is cook the ground beef first. Like I said, you can use any kind of meat: ground turkey, ground chicken, ground anything today, or pork. Today I'm gonna use ground sirloin. So let us cook it now, and we'll show you, or I'll show you. Pan here. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Just a tiny bit, so you can saute your garlic and your ginger and your onion. So let me grab a spoon. I'm gonna put the minced garlic first in the pan. Just make sure never to burn your garlic, because once it does that, it's gonna be it's not gonna be really good taste. It's gonna be kind of bitter. So I'm gonna put my onion, like with onion, if you're doing this, make sure you cut it small, because it's gonna be in a small pastry, and you don't want to eat big chunk of onion with your empanada. So if you can, make sure you cut it very tiny. And your cube of potato, it's also small. So I'm gonna saute it with the garlic and onion to make sure it's cooked well. And then we're gonna go ahead, and once this becomes a little soft, we're gonna go ahead and add your ground beef. Now, as you can see, I put my ground beef in one side, and I put the potato in one side so that it can rest for a minute until our ground beef cooks. So while it's cooking, I'm gonna start adding the seasoning. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the ground ginger, garlic, and onion. So our meat can have some taste to it. And I'm also gonna add my maybe half of my soy sauce. Like I said, always taste your food before putting all that salty seasoning in there. And as you can see, I didn't put salt yet or told you about salt. So let's taste the meat. And if you happen to think you need salt, then add salt. If you don't want salt, don't put salt. But the oyster sauce is important, so we need to add that, all of it, because that's the taste that we're going for. It's in that oyster sauce. and I'm gonna go ahead and cook it. I'm gonna add my peas and carrots and let this cook in medium low for about 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. So we're gonna move from medium high to medium low. And I'm gonna put my raisin in here, 2 box. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let this cook for 10 minutes. 5 or 10 minutes, depending. When you see the liquid, there's a little bit of liquid in the pan. Once it goes out, then you can just go ahead and turn off the fire. Then we're gonna go ahead and start putting it in the croissant roll. So we can bake this for 350 about 25 to 35 minutes until the pastry is golden brown. Okay, so we need to make sure this cooks well, the meat, because we want the meat already cooked when you put it on the croissant. Now the meat is cooked. I did forget to put in the ingredient, a tablespoon of tomato paste. You can leave it out, but it adds more taste to the meat. So now I have my triangle croissant pastry, and I'm gonna go ahead and by sealing it, you can seal it because I just made it out of one triangle. So for me to, I just went ahead and did this so it could be a triangle, but it's a smaller triangle. So one side needs to be sealed. As you can see, I'm gonna put a fork in it to seal it. See that? I'm just putting a fork, and so in that way you can put the meat in here, maybe a tablespoon. So you could probably make about 10 pastry, and about 10, maybe 10 to 12, or even 8 if you put a lot of meat in there. So just don't be afraid. Just go ahead and seal it in with your fork. Put it over, covering the meat, the pastry like this, like so. As you can see, the meat is all in there. So what you're gonna do is seal it with your fork and take this on the other side, opposite side, and take that on the opposite side. Don't be scared if the meat falls, just fix it like that, so, and so that the pastry can cover the meat. It don't have to be exact, just make sure you sealed everything so the meat won't come out. And put a hole in the pastry so the steam can come out. Just do that with all of them. Just put a thing on top of the pastry. And so I'm gonna show you one more. So just give them room to bake in. So my other one, like I said, just fold it over so you can have a smaller triangle. As you can see, so one side is not sealed, so we're gonna seal it with the fork, just like that. It will seal it. So now we can go ahead and put the meat in. So I've been putting about a spoon and a half of meat in my pastry, and so that should be good enough. And then we'll go ahead, you see this, and then I'll just put the pastry over. Don't be scared, like I said. If it falls out, just go ahead and make sure it covers with the pastry and seal it like so, the triangle, and then put the two ends on the opposite this way. Okay, so not hard. And then we'll bake this. I'm gonna keep on making more, and I will bake this for 350 about 25 to 35 minutes, depending if the croissant is brown and it's crispy. That's it. It's done. Because as you know, the meat is well cooked and you don't have to worry about the meat. So always cook your meat because you want to make sure your ground beef is cooked all the way. I'll be back. I'll put it in and take it out, and I'm going to show you what it looks like, how it tastes. Okay. It's done, or my empanada. I have put it for 350 for about 20 minutes. And look how golden brown they came out. Doesn't that look delicious? So now it's the taste test. So I'm gonna get one along with my Diet Pepsi. If you can make it as snacks, you can make it a meal. I'm just gonna make it a snack today. So, oh, by the way, did you see my beautiful flower? This is given to me by my daughter, Aiko. Isn't it beautiful? So, for Mother's Day yesterday. So, today's Monday. Hopefully you have a good Monday today. So, let's get with it and taste it. It's golden brown. It's delicious. You can make your own pastry, but the easiest way is just go get the Pillsbury croissant, and it's delicious, just like how you would make it from scratch. So easy to make, delicious. Snacks, dinner, lunch, anything is so delicious. And as you can see, it's still hot, and it's delicious, and you can put all of it always back to the microwave for a minute, and it's good to go. So please make sure you make it, and you guys have a wonderful week, and you guys take care. And I just want to wish all the mothers happy Mother's Day. It's late, but never late than never. So I hope you had enjoyed your day yesterday. And please try this out. And you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Until next time, bye.